So back here, I think we're gonna split the tests first, and then we will add the failing cases, and then we will change the implementation. So okay, FT beginning of sentence backward on how did I put it there? On blank lines, tests. Copy this, and then we can see backward for blah blah. So wait, what about we have we don't? So I'm gonna remove this. Yeah, we'll take care of this after. But here we have yes, exactly. So see backward, but this is backward. So we're gonna remove this, and then we're going to that is going to be called empty lines only. Yes, and then we're gonna this is gonna be on empty lines. Yes, and then we're gonna remove this, and we're gonna remove the blank lines. Alright, and then on blank lines, we're going to remove this, and then this becomes on blank lines, and then we're going to remove the empty lines. So it's only on blank lines, and then we're going to remove this. That it does not skip empty lines. So there is no blank lines here. Okay, so this bug found, it's gone. And that looks quite good. So let's see. Back. All right, let's test this. Okay, can't find this one because it's new. We're gonna also add export project dot split beginning of sentence backward, blank line and empty line, 2 files. Okay. That's very good. Now we need to see the bugs. So the bugs are going to be the same as the one we added here. So wait, there is one for empty lines. Yes, so blank lines here. Bugs found the caret. If the character is on a blank line, it stops on the next empty line, which is actually a paragraph boundary. Do we still have the paragraph boundary thing? Paragraph boundary thing? I don't really like that. Okay, only that one. Nice. So I think it's... Did we add others? did. Last week, so add UTF beginning of sentence forward that shows a bug. Blank line. Blank space after the dots. Beginning of sentence forward for basic. Okay, that was already. Okay. Oh, but these has a dot before its line feed. This won't be stiff. It doesn't need to be tested. We've already established this check. Yeah, this makes no sense in this case. You already established this. That one is good, is okay. The card is on a blank line. It stops on the next empty line, so that's gonna be a bug. Previous. Test that if there are blank lines between them. Wait. It's not considered a bug. Test that if there are blank lines. Why? Oh yes, I've changed that. Okay, so like lines between. Paragraph. That's one of the bugs. Okay. Beginning of sentence. It stops at an empty line with the previous sentence is blocked before its line feed. I don't think that's applying here, so yeah, so those ones we don't need. So we're gonna need those two ones, but to say if the card is on the blank line, and if the blank, so wait, am I crazy, or there's one for each? But there's already one for, oh yeah, but it's another one. Bug found doesn't skip empty line. Okay, so that's another thing. All right, so empty lines, we're gonna do that. But blank line might be the same. Wait. The blank line might be the same. So let's try. What do we do first? Beginning of sentence forward. Beginning of sentence forward. So maybe we do the blank one first. Okay, so we do something like this. Sentence backward and blank lines. Okay. So that would be a bug found. 1, 2. So like, okay, why a bug found? Yes, so that should stop. Not this one. There are all. This if the card is on blank line, it stopped on the next. Oh, because it has to be reversed. Okay, so it has to be empty here. Empty here. Yes, and like blank lines here. And okay, that stops here, but this one doesn't. Okay. So test that if a caret backward. Test that if the caret is in a blank line, it stops on the previous empty line, which is actually a paragraph boundary. So there are, so below there's some blank lines. but there's some empty lines in the middle. So below there's some empty lines and some blank lines. Some blank lines. So let's do. There's some empty lines, yeah, and then we don't really need to care if it's. Yes, and then we're gonna put ourselves like somewhere here, and it should stop. So like let's say 71, and it should stop at. Oh wait, no, let's put here at 84, and it should stop. This one, 67, so 84, and then it should stop at 67. So that's gonna be one of the. Just run it. What? And that one should fail. Okay, but also. Okay, and this one tests that if the card is on a blank line, it stops on the next empty. Oh, no. This one is the one we just did. Yeah, okay. So this is for the empty line. Okay, so we can remove. This is for the empty line, so that was here. Yes, so that's a new bug. Beginning of sentence backward. Test that if there are blank lines between empty lines, then it stops on the empty line before the last. Before the last. That's kind of tricky because which one you call. Oh, be careful here. Oh, yeah, that's okay. Which is it? Test that if there are blank lines between empty lines, then it stops on the empty line right before the blank line. Yeah. Yeah, let's call it right before. Right before, no, the premise is right before the last blank line. It says that if there are blank lines between empty lines, then it stops on the before the last or first. It depends if you count from bottom to top or top to bottom, that it stops on the empty line. Test that, so to make it more clear, test that if there are blank lines between empty lines, then it stops on the empty line right before the blank lines. That would be better, right before the blank lines. So we're gonna change also this one. Test that if there are blank lines between empty lines, then it stops on the right after the blank lines. That's gonna make it clearer. Okay, and then we're gonna need to change this. Oh, do we have? No, we don't need actually. What we need to, because this is a blank. Yeah, so we don't need to. So what's gonna happen is the paragraph works, but the sentence, yeah, it doesn't work. Skips it. So we can keep this. what we're gonna do is we're gonna put ourselves rather than 77, we're gonna put ourselves, yeah, like here, 96, and we want to go to 79, 96, and 79, 96, and 79, and that should fail also. Because it skips it and goes to. So if we use the paragraph, it stops. But if we use the sentence, it skips and go to the beginning. Yes. Okay. Very good. Very good, but no music. I guess some French music. Here we go. Airplay. Yes. Nice. Very nice. Very exciting. Because now we're going to be able to work on the implementation, but we're going to add this first. Add current. Oops. What is this? Forward. Update beginning of sentence forward. Forward UT for clarity. Function UT. Beginning of sentence forward UT function name for clarity. Beginning of sentence forward. Yes, this one. Add blank line. Wait, this is empty line. Oops. Empty line UT for beginning sentence backward. Add, yes. Now this one. Blank line. Okay, oops. And now we're going to be able to start. Okay, and then we're going to run this backward. Okay. And then we can go to the file text. And we have two failure, perfect, and beginning of sentence backward. So there is an issue with, there's an issue here with the white spaces like we had here and here. The issue was, oh, the issue was the end of paragraph. Yes, of course. So what we're gonna do here, I think, is what we're gonna do here, I think, is not even touch the, do we need to touch this? I don't know if we even touch this yet. Do we just add the, it's gonna be tricky here. Do we, wait, I'm not even sure. Excuse me. So blank is on the blank line. It stops on the previous. Let's do this one first, because that one should be more common. Pattern. So all we need here is to test for the beginning of paragraph. Perfect. So we have the matches, and then we're going to do that beginning of paragraph backward equal, and this is for the empty. Okay, so that's actually, oops, that's actually for here. The beginning of paragraph backward equal beginning of paragraph backward starting at location. Range the upper bound. So if there's a match, oh, is it called last match? Yeah, because we're going first match or last match? No, it's last match because it's going the opposite direction. If last match equal matches that lasts, and if the beginning of the paragraph backward is and this is upper bound. Is after the upper bound. No, is yeah, is after last match from upper bound. In that case, you need to return beginning of paragraph backward. Else, you're gonna return this. Cannot find last match. Oh yes. Oh, okay. So wait. If the last match, if the last, so we have a match, and the last match that ranged upper bound is wait in is no, it's not. It has to be it has to be above, and we have to take one. So it's above. Is it above an equal or above? Above. Both problems are solved. Really? Wait, is there on normal setting, do I have to bugs found? It stops at an empty line, the verse has a dot in a line field, and then actually that kind of makes sense here. So both of them are fixed by this. But wait, we don't even take care of. Do we do upper bound minus the value on last match from upper bound? Because that could be. It's not always gonna be one beginning of paragraph backward. It's not gonna always be one character. If it's an emoji, it's gonna be a random number of characters. So I think we need to do. We do need to do this. Character length I character at last match that range that upper bound. And if this is superior, then we use it. If it's inferior or equal, then we can use the, I mean, the calculation is already done, right? Or we can do superior or equal. Yeah, okay. So if it's superior or equal, just use this. But if not, use the, yeah, okay. What's easiest to understand? What's easier? Is it easier to understand with the, how do we do this one? If the lower bound is lower, then return it. Has to return the paragraph a thing, so we want to return the paragraph as much as we can. So okay, this one. So that would fix. I mean, let's try. I'm gonna have to close this. Then boom. Hmm. can't even see how big it is. What the hell? Uh, so if we're on a empty line, it works. If we're on a blank line, it works. So both problems are solved. Yeah, interesting. But there's no other one. I don't think there's any other one actually. So, but then on it's kind of it's this. Okay, so let's try this. It feels like we can simplify this somehow. But this is not the same code. I mean, a lot of this is the same code. It's not. Oh no, I didn't add the. I didn't add it, so we don't need this. Or because it's not. Maybe because it's not tested. No, but it is tested. The thing is, that it's never gonna happen. The beginning of paragraph is never gonna happen. It's always gonna be a sentence first. So maybe this can be removed actually. Huh. Okay, very good. So that fails if I change. Okay, that's very nice. So, but it works in all the other cases. So, oh, we can simplify this, but I think so. Then we can simplify. This could be. This is very similar to this, but without the non-white space, which would make sense. But so let me try something. Before I save the backward, because I think that's going to confirm. Okay, let's do the forward one. This is a lower bound, but I'm wondering that he's gonna miss the. He's gonna okay. There's only one failing. It does not get stuck in the middle of empty lines, and it's gonna get stuck there because of course there is no. But I think so. We can go back to Yeah, but not the S. Hey, so we simplify this. Though what about if it's a plus instead of slash n slash n slash s plus? Ah, so this works also. So is there some possible bug here? But the one above is also, I mean, that would make sense that they're very similar. Hmm. That's gonna be in the opposite. Slash n slash n and then some slash s that 0, 1. Oh no, wait. So is that going to change something? I think that case is not gonna happen. The thing is here is not even gonna split. Okay, I think I will. Let me just check something, but I think we would check this later. That fails. There's some that get stuck, so it does get stuck. So we need I'm not sure why. I think I'll have to test this a bit more. Because it would be on a empty line. Does if a card is on an empty line, it looks. That doesn't seem to be doing much though. I mean, that's okay. I'll check this later. So check for sentence forward if no, check if we can make a test a UT fail for sentence forward with slash s plus. Okay, so beginning of sentence backward and forward, all of them, they all seem to be working. I don't understand the and slash s backslash s thing though. I'll check. At least we fixed the, at least for now, we fixed the backward. And yeah, I find that next to fix backward, okay, we'll remove this once we commit. Issue with a paragraph and blanks at the end of a sentence after dot. So this is something I've realized also for, so that works. Okay, so if we have something like, hello, how are you? Okay, in a paragraph, correct. A paragraph, correct. Oh, is it correct actually? There's a bug somewhere. Hello. Okay, let's do hello, how are you? Let's do another one. What? Okay. So where's the, there's something not working. That works. That works. So I don't know. I think I found a bug, but I need to check. Issue with the paragraph and blanks at the end of sentence after dots. That seems to be working. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, good. One thing at a time. Sentence backward. Update implementation of sentence backward to fix BL. Yeah, was there EL bugs? Refactor sentence forward. I think that's worth 11. Um, so this is fixed. And I think what I'm gonna do next is 2 weeks ago. So I'm gonna release release of KV. I'm gonna add password, like, so those two apps, and then I'm gonna make a release. And then we will be working on a paragraph and inner paragraph. So that once this is done, we can add the operators. And so that's going to be, no, sentence and inner sentence. And this is a bit more, it's not going to use this, is a little bit, I guess, more complicated. This is going to be something like this. That's for inner paragraph. And this is, yeah, this is testing the empty or blank line. And the SS, maybe there's some things to test or refactor and make better here. And for the a paragraph, I'm pretty sure I found bug there before, but issue a blank at the end of paragraph. Well, I'll work on this after I make the release. Issue a paragraph and blanks at the end of a sentence after. Okay, let's just spend a few more minutes on this. So like this is a paragraph. Hello. Hey, hey. Okay. It works. About yep. Oh, is it this? VAP. Okay, what about here? Okay, so this grabs the white spaces. And I think this is the issue. That's correct. The issue is here. That should grab, that should go until the end of, yeah, it should grab the, so that's a bug here. So yeah, there's something in the paragraph here. If on an empty line, that was on an empty line, there's there's an issue here. It should grab the spaces, the white spaces, it doesn't. Okay, so we'll do that after. I think before working on inner sentence, I'm going to try to, yes, I'm going to fix a paragraph. Just reviewing might help creating the sentence actually. And the inner paragraph. Okay, good. Well, I guess that'll be for, not for today. I need to digest this and take some rest, and I need to do this, those two apps, adding those two apps. All right. Do I need something else here? So as soon as this is to 10:11, so good. We're gonna close this. Actually, no, we're going to clean everything. So remove this, and we're gonna make sure, because Xcode is gonna fuck it up, or so we're gonna force it. And it didn't get it. Oh, wait, this is my issue. Probably. Though it says succeeded, but probably no. All right. Okay, good. This is gone. This is updates ASDEP. Then we're gonna do a KV. Uh, Xcode is just dead. When you load a big project, Xcode is like killing your computer for a good minute. All right, and now the dev version of KB that we're gonna use has this fixed. And I'm going to prepare for and that's it. We're going to password, of course I have it. Well, that's it. The rest is gonna be done behind the scenes, and then the release, and then maybe, I don't know, depending on how I feel, maybe I see you for the a paragraph and inner paragraph before we attack the rest of the sentences. Bye 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 bye.